Here we are then at Goldington Road for the reverse fixture of last weekend's B&I Cup game against Bedford Blues. Bristol make 5 changes for this one. It's a new look half-back pairing for the visitors in this game as Will Cliff returns at scrum half and Chris Brooker is back in the front row and he will skipper the side in this B&I Cup clash. There's place on the bench for Callum Sheedy once again after his try-scoring exploits last weekend. Still hammering away at the Bristol line, Bedford decide to spread it this time. Goes deep, looking for space. Could there be some out on that far side wing? Carried forward well. Bedford still determined to get the first score of the afternoon. There's space out wide. If the ball goes now, they're going to just walk straight into the corner. A wonderful, wonderful score, stretching the Bristol defence one side to the other. And it was only a matter of time, really, before gaps started appearing. And Bedford get on the board first. Great score for the home side to start the game. Bristol knocking on the Bedford door. All 3 metres short now. Eadie carries in hard up to the post. Push backwards in the tackle though. Cliff digs the ball out. Genge carries now. Looks for that offload. Morgan outside. Ball's going through the hands and Benvenuti's on the end of it to score in the corner and get Bristol back in the game. Score tied at 5-5 with a conversion to come. Bristol doing much similar to what Bedford did moments ago. Spread the ball wide and it was Benvenuti who was on the end of some neat hands from the away team and get Bristol back in the reckoning. Tricky conversion then for Matthew Morgan in this 5-metre channel. Sends it towards the posts and does an excellent job. Dissects them through the middle and gets Bristol's score up to 7. Bedford attacking once again. Breaking through tackles. Bristol trying to tie them up. But the neat hands once again from Bedford. Much, much quicker game. Breakaway for Tupai. And he crosses with the stretch. There was enough of a gap around the ruck there. Bristol were expecting the ball to spread wide once again. And Paul Tupai had the wherewithal there to just pick the ball up off the back of the ruck and blast through. Get Bedford's second score. Wonderful opportunist try for him. And the conversion's good as well. Puts Bedford in a commanding position. Ball spreading wide then. Tapley gets a breakaway. Can he go for the line himself? Amesbury combining just to make that last minute tackle. Quick ball for Bedford here would be good. They try and dart around the outside of the ruck. It's slowing down though. This time it spreads out to the wing where there's enough space for Bedford to be in once again. It's Dean Adamson that goes over in the corner. Bedford stretching the Bristol defence and you see all that space out on the far side once again. Another score for the home side. Brooker marshalling his troops in. Bristol need to get on the scoreboard early in the second half. Goes long. Eadie pulls the ball down, presents to Ovens and it works its way backwards. Brooker joins at the back. He'll be holding the ball in his hands and Cliff marching his forwards onwards. Bristol need a score here. They need to get on the board early. Brooker breaks off, stretches for the line and scores. Just what Bristol needed early in this second half. A well-worked drive once again. Bedford did all they could to defend it. But it's a traditional Bristol driving maul that gets them close enough to the line for Brooker to break off. And push his way over, stretches his arms out and pushes the ball down over the line. Get Bristol back in this game. Bedford, 5-metre line out then. Can they do what Bristol did moments ago? Throw long. Through the hands though. Can Ovens pick it up? No, Miles Dorian picks it up and goes underneath the posts. What a score for him. It looked like Bedford had lost that line out, gone straight through the hands, and that Josh Ovens was going to pick it up. Just drifted over his head, look. And Miles Dorian with the wherewithal to run in and pick the ball up. And he slots it, of course, and Bedford stealing a try there from Bristol. Keeps the scoreboard ticking over for Bedford. Bristol struggling now. Bedford playing with real confidence. Chucking the ball around and stretching the play wide as we know they can. Loose pass though, but it's picked up. Bedford charging towards the line. If it goes through the hands here, they're in. There's a mismatch on that far side. And it's Dean Adamson once again in the corner, stretched the Bristol defence. And Bedford have gone in to score yet again. It's such a different display to what we saw last week. Back at Ashton Gate. Just waited that pass off nicely from Le Bourgeois. And Dean Adamson skirts in the corner. The kick's good this time from Jake Sharp. And Bedford keep the scoreboard going. Bristol looking to try and get a score at least towards the end of this game. Costa carries in hard. Has he crossed the line? He has. The referee lifts his arm up. Claps and pats on the back from the players at Bristol, but more of a consolation score than anything. I think the game's far beyond them now. Carrying well. Townsend trucking the ball up there. Costa just with the power and pace to push his way over and stretch over for the line. But it's a late score for Bristol. More of a consolation than anything. Bedford line out on their own 5-metre line. Bristol will be trying desperately to steal this. Still Bedford ball though. And that's it. The referee blows his whistle. And Bedford have beaten Bristol here at Goldington Road in a complete reversal of what happened last week at Ashton Gate.